Good morning, guys. It is August 21st today, and we are doing a fairly major repair, and we just started harvest. So I know what you're thinking. What happened? Did you take a rock in? Nope, we didn't take a rock in. Well, didn't you go through these things to make sure this type of stuff didn't happen? Yes, we did, but there was one thing that I did not notice during the green light that piled up. So I'll show you what happened. So we were combining along, the operator's combining along, not his fault at all. This is actually a new chain, we just put that one in there. And the chain piled up. And so we threw a new chain in there. I'm like, well, maybe the life was getting a little bit wore on it. But anyway, I thought it'd be kind of surprising that it blew on the clean grain. This is the clean grain, this is your tailings. So anyways, put a new chain in, put some new bearings up top, off to the races, didn't make it 2 passes. So let's go and investigate and talk about why. Donovan's in the tank, he's tearing it apart right now. This is our bubble up auger, and this is 50% of our culprit right here. Not the flighting, because it's out of there right now. The bubble up auger. So I just flipped this bubble up auger so you can see. So the previous owner, obviously something happened. I don't know if he tried to close this thing with grain in it or not. He welded a bolt on here, and I'll show you where that goes. Goes inside. And it goes right here. But then he had to reinforce this because bad things happened at some point during its life, but it still worked. It folded. It was a little bit sloppy because just that small bolt size your pinky in here. But anyways, I didn't really think that much of it because, you know, we're not here to win any beauty pageants inside the grain tank, so it is what it is. But what we didn't know, that I wish that we did know, but we didn't know, but now I really wish we did, but we didn't, was this little bit of slop kept the bottom just pulled back just a little bit. And this is your drive. This is the main drive. This drives your bubble up auger right here, this little groove, which is worn down, I'll have you know. And it drives these, which are also slopped a little bit. There's 4 of them. That little drive just hooks on it and just goes round and round and round and round and round. Well, what we didn't know is it was getting a little bit sloppy in there, especially after 2 seasons of running empty because we have our drought down here. So it's just rattling away, running empty, because that's extremely hard on combines and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And it worked itself a little bit more loose, slopped it out to the point where the bubble up actually stopped. The flighting stopped. It just was stripping on here because it just pulled away from the drive just enough. This is still spinning. Feeder chain, paddle chain on your clean grains, bringing grain, but it can't get it out of here. So what's that going to do? It's going to blow up your elevator chain. Now, you might be like, okay, fair enough. You blew up an elevator chain. Just throw a new elevator chain on, and you know, obviously you got to fix this. But that isn't that easy to do. This piece right here is one, okay? Your elevator is one. This whole shield system is another one. This whole shield system is $3,500, okay? Just this piece. And you need it because obviously we're gonna have to start fresh here. And he welded on here too, and it is what it is, so. Oh, sorry, Donovan, get out of your way here. And this bubble up auger, so obviously, you know, we would just need to get a new bubble up auger. This here is $5,000, just this tube, no flighting, just the tube. You want to get the flighting, that's an extra $2,000 or $3,000. Just the tube, $5,000. So, anyways, when they were putting in the new paddle chain, they had to pull the drive sprocket out, and there's a shaft right there. The shaft was bent. I'm like, wow, you know, here, I'll watch. Hey, you want to give that thing a spin? Just give that thing a spin for me. There, you see there you go. That's how bent it is. Didn't think a whole lot of it. We're like, oh, well, it's got a little bit of a bend, no big deal. No, it's a big deal. The reason why it's a big deal, guys, is if I can get this thing up here. Okay, maybe I can't. Is when that chain went, it bent and wrecked everything in here. So let me get up in here. This is your elevator, clean grain elevator. There's one idler here, which is fine. Another idler gets mounted right there, and then there's one more gets mounted right up at the top. So there's 3 idlers on this clean grain. When it bent it, it took those top 2, caved them in to the elevator. So the pulley is actually running on an angle pretty much like that. Okay, both top. So then, this here was always a weak flaw because this is not the reinforced. Once you get to, I think, a 16 model, they actually reinforced this with another piece of flat iron right here. So this is a common break. But what we didn't know is this whole thing, whole bracket, twisted. So obviously you can tell this one is straight. Twisted this one, twisted all these, blew all the belts off of it as soon as you tried to run it. This whole bracket, there's 3 bolts up top, 4 bolts at the bottom. That is like another $2,000 or $2,500. And then you got to pull all this off, put all the pulleys and the shafts back in. Of course, if you're going to do that, you're going to do the bearings as well. You're not going to pull all these puppies apart and not do the bearings. This new elevator, it's pretty hard to pull that out that's been caved in. You could maybe stick a bottle jack in there and start jacking like crazy, but this has been reinforced. See the steel right here? It's been reinforced. See if I can zoom in. So if anything's going to go popping out, you're going to pop out the backside before you pop out the reinforced side. Tailings elevator, $8,000. And the list just keeps on giving. So obviously you're not just going to yard this out. That's not counting the chain that we blew already. This is the new chain we put in. Obviously we had to take it back out. We did put new bearings in on that top shaft that's bent. We're going to pull all that back out. Put a new shaft on there again. And are you laughing at me, Lee?
No.
Okay. And we're going to put new bearings in it again. We're not going to yank it all back out with bearings and throw them back in. And we're not going to... All in all, this cost $20,000. Just in parts, not counting labor, not counting some other odds and ends that we find. $20,000 because a bubble up had a little bit of wear, and it slopped out just a little bit because it's been running empty for so long, and rest is history. So now we are digging into this thing. So we got to pull that cover off. We already took the bubble up auger off. This whole elevator has to come off. It has to get disconnected from the elevator, from this clean grain auger. Pull it all apart here. This elevator, to my knowledge, has to go up and out. And then once this elevator's out of the way, then we gotta start unbolting this bracket. Pull this whole bracket with all these pulleys off. Take the belt off. And then start pulling all the bearings and everything out. And I will show you in the shop some of our other parts. Cats are taking care of everything in here, so we've this is the new elevator. So here's your 3 idlers, and these would be the top 2 at the top, and it caved these in. Okay, not super easy to pop them back out, and obviously you need those idlers to run true. This is the bracket, the new bracket. Let me show you where, right here. Here's where I welded. This is a common break on them right here. And then on the new models, they actually put this little piece in right here. So this is the new bracket. So we got new bearings and stuff to go on here. Here's the new top piece. This is the cover. This is where your mass flow sensor, which tells you how much yield and according if it's calibrated on your combine, goes right here. There should be a poly lining in here. We obviously did not get that, so we're going to need to get some more parts. And then yeah, so that's that. And then over here, this is the new bubble up, and this puppy is $5,000. Obviously you're not going to yeah, you want to just lift that out of there for me, Lee? Beauty. Here's the new, no, right there, this is good. Okay. This is what it should have, not a bolt. Honestly, we didn't really think too much of it, though, because everything worked fine. But
So you're saying that bolt's not factory?
this bolt up over there is not factory, and
Okay.
and that cost me $20,000 and combine down.
Yeah.
To be honest, the 20 grand is the cheap part. It's combine down, which is the most expensive part, because it's kind of raining out there right now, and it's voiding some of my quality. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do. So that is what we're embarking on. Donovan is heading this up, and we will help him or get in his way as much as possible, and we'll hopefully have this combine operational here by tomorrow is our goal. That's the plan, unless we run into other parts. And we've gone all over the country to collect these parts. These parts, all those elevators and stuff, that's not just at your local dealership. No. You're all over the province to go collect those things. So we managed to go collect them, and we got a lot of work to do. So stay tuned. Actually, correction, I think previously I said that we have to undo this flighting, but we don't. It just bolts on right here, just FYI. Right here. This all stays. Just pop these bolts off. We have to take off our moisture sensor here, pull this off the side, cut that caulking out, I believe. I hope. We'll see. And then I think we got to pull off an idler. We'll take that idler off so it can just scoot right out the top. And I guess, what is this? Another idler? This one's gonna have to come off too, I guess. So yeah, and then what's this? There's gonna be lots of things. And then the key is, hopefully it all goes back together and everyone knows that Mike's no mechanic. Everyone knows, right Donovan? Yeah, everyone knows that. So that's the reason why I'm not heading it up. While they're getting closer, Lee's in the zoom boom and Donald's up top. I'm here with the little man. Yeah, that's right. Is that a combine? What do you think? More? He loves that sort of thing. Can you sign? What's more? Can you say more? What's more? Yeah, I'm playing shy. Can you say you're welcome? You know what that is? Yeah, you do. You little goofball. What are they doing over there, Chapel? Huh? What are they doing? Are you overseeing? Looks like they're pulling something out. Are you overseeing, Chapel? You're the supervisor here?
Love that.
Yeah, that's a vroom vroom. Is your nose running? Just a little bit running? Oh. He was having an allergic reaction again on us, so we had to give him some... Well, not a reaction. It's, it's okay. It's okay. He's terrified. Lee's laughing. That could have been bad, guys. Just wreck something. What do you think, huh? Are you overseeing? I love you so much. Be a little farmer. You gonna be our little farmer? Hopefully. Maybe? Yeah. Well, it's heavy enough to get it out of a slippery hopper. That piece is $3,500 for a new one. Sorry guys for moving my camera around so much here. I apologize. I think it was my first day. First day on the job. Okay. Alright, so the guys got this clean grain elevator loosened and off.
Wait, I got one more plate to get.
Oh, Donovan. Okay, we'll wait. Alright, so I think we're ready. Woo! Oh yeah, safety first, always. Gotta put that down for the 300 pounds that we're gonna pick up here. Oh, we got some serious oil spillage going on here. Our oil catch pail's on an angle. We're gonna have to dump that, I guess. Oh man. Okay, I'm going up top. Down. We're going down with it. We changed our minds. Oh yeah, that was always the. I mean, obviously that was clearly always the plan. Without hitting our hopper topper here. Whoa!
Oh, keep going now.
Touchdown!
The plane's gonna go like this.
Yeah, I know that. Keep going. Keep going down.
Only close to the elevator, man. Straight.
Whoa! Whoa! We're not going down much more. Up a little bit. All right. It's out. So then this one here is gotta get unbolted. 3 bolts on the top. A couple people to pull this whole thing off, and then we'll start pulling the pulleys off, shafts off, whole 9 yards. You get the idea. You get the idea. And we're gonna keep going. So adios, amigos.